Jeff Bezos, first of all, congratulations on being named Fortune Magazine's 2012 Business Person of the Year. Great stuff.
Thank you.
And to the casual observer, it might seem a little ironic given that you just announced a $274 million loss for the quarter. The year is not supposed to be so great for you, but that's actually how you think about the business, reinvesting in your company, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we have always invested in our new initiatives and things that we care about, and it is part of, we have to be long-term oriented. If you're going to invent, you need to be long-term thinking, because invention takes time, and not everything we do will work out. Many of the things that we do, hopefully, will work out. We're having fun.
So let me ask you kind of a metaphysical question.
Yeah.
I mean, you started off selling books. Of course, now you sell electronics. You have all kinds of sub-brands like Zappos. You have a business-to-business business, Amazon Web Services. So I guess the big question to me is, what is Amazon?
Yeah. If you're looking for a common thread, the big ideas that underlie everything we do are customer obsession. So start with the customer and work backwards. And that's as opposed to competitor obsession. Both approaches can work in business, but we start with the customer. The second thing is a willingness to invent. And it does take willingness to invent, because if you're going to invent, you're going to fail sometimes. You have to be experimental. Not everything works. You have to be willing to go down blind alleys. You have to be willing to be misunderstood for long periods of time. And then the third element is long-term thinking. So we see it as one of our advantages that we don't need payback on our initiatives in 2 or 3 or 4 years. We're willing to go 5, 6, 7 years before we start to see meaningful financial results from our new initiatives. So that taking a long-term approach, being inventive, and being customer obsessed, that's the theme that crosses through all of our businesses.
Now, I know you're customer obsessed and you say you don't worry about the competition. On the other hand, I think you've said your margin is my opportunity. That's kind of a mindset, maybe. So you do look at other people as well, other companies.
We try to pay attention to other companies. It's very important. You don't want to live in a hermetically sealed bubble. And we try to be inspired by what other companies do, what we see around us. And we also try to benchmark very carefully on things like prices and in-stock availability. And so we want to know, what are other companies doing? Our goal is to be the most customer-obsessed company. We like to find, is there somebody out there doing some element of what we do better than we do it? And if so, how do we improve? So there's a kind of divine discontent that you need to always have in business and in all endeavors, and that's really what. Our energy comes from waking up in the morning. We're in the shower. We're thinking about how do we invent on behalf of customers. But we do try to pay attention to what other companies are doing.